Hey friend, welcome back to Everyday Energy. Today is day 15, which means we are officially entering that nice little 2-week sophomore slump. Today is going to be a really gentle, inviting session. You can take this from bed, you can take this from the floor. You know that's my favorite place to be. You're going to want some extra padding, maybe a towel roll, maybe some pillows, but you can use whatever you've got around. If you can give yourself the gift of committing to something that is slow and soft, the same way you would commit to something that is stressful and spicy, you're gonna leave this session feeling so refreshed and probably a little bit more excited to come back tomorrow than you were. But that's just my 2 cents. Shall we do it? This is gonna take some finagling to get comfy, but I can promise you it's gonna be worth it. You're gonna take your towel roll. Obviously, I'm using a mat, whatever it is, just make sure it's squishy and comfortable. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. We're gonna tuck this into the side of our body, so right between our ribs and our hips. The goal here is that when we lower ourselves down to the ground, we're not dumping flat into the ground, we're getting a little lift so that both sides of my ribs and my pelvis can stay nice and even, yeah? So this goes right into my waist, and then the pillow is optional, but it does make it a lot comfier. From here, we're gonna think about curling up in the fetal position. So I'm draped over my roll, but then I'm also curled up around myself, and this is where the pillow comes in handy. Now I want you to think about this top side of your body, okay? We're curled up, we're gonna take some deep breaths, we're gonna think about expanding into this side, between the ribs and the hips. A deep inhale in, puffing up this side, making space, breathing into your back, inflating that invisible turtle shell, making a bunch of space for this breath. I know I'm talking you through breathing. I know it's super simple, but not so easy. We're gonna spend a little bit of time here, so get comfy. Let's breathe, yeah? Deep inhale. Under your ribs, into your back pocket, and exhale, let it flow. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. We're gonna stay here for a while. I'm gonna let you guide your own breath. If you'd like to curl up a little more, even turning more towards the floor, you're expanding. If you can imagine a beautiful dragonfly wing, that's where our breath is happening. Sometimes I'll spend a little bit of time doing this, and then I'll get up and I'll feel like I've never taken a deep breath before that moment. But don't fall asleep on me. Keep sending those active inhales into the side, into the back. Good, let's go for one more round of breath. And let it go. We're gonna stay on this side for a minute. I'm gonna extend my top leg, okay? Curl up your lower leg as much as you can out of your way so that our bottom leg, our foot can touch the floor. We're gonna swing it back, and we're gonna swing it forward. Bend your knee as much as you need to. If you're working with more space than me, take it up. If you're working with less space than me, we're gonna work with what we've got. Reaching the leg back, reaching the leg forward. See if you can find just a little bit of glide. Let this be easy. Now is the time. Do not worry about what your hips are doing. Not worry about holding onto alignment. Just let the leg go and see how the rest of the body responds. Hopefully your upper body is still feeling a little bit heavy and grounded. So you can really just let the leg doodle around whatever it wants to do. You're welcome to stay here if you'd like to add on. When my leg goes back, I'm going to reach forward with this top hand. And when my leg goes forward, I'm going to reach open. Twisting, reaching back behind myself. Just casual. Reaching forward. Reaching back. Deepening this twist with this sense of opposition. Have you ever been on a Nordic track? There was one in my basement growing up. So that's a consistent reference point for me, but I know it's a very dated reference. So maybe not super helpful in this instance. this flow. Just a few more moments here. We're gonna come back to this side position. And let it go. Now while you're still here, still a little crunched up, still with this greater sense of expansion on the top side of your body, I'm going to reach my leg out. Now it's hovering off the floor. You can tap down if that feels better, but I'm thinking about pushing out through space. I'm gonna exhale, draw the knee in towards me. Inhale, push it out. Exhale, draw it in towards me. Keeping that leg hovering is a lot of work. So if you want to tap it down out here, good. If you want to tap it down, let the knees rest in here, good, okay? If you need a break from being on your side, you can fast forward me by, I don't know, it'll probably be 30 seconds. And just switch to the other side. But if you're ready to play a little more here, ooh, and next time we stretch out the leg, we're gonna extend the arm overhead. Think about a dead bug or a bird dog. Reaching out, exhale, pulling in. Reaching out overhead. Exhale, pulling in. We've still got that support from underneath, so we can get a lot of length on this side. Even hovering sideways in midair like we are. Reaching long, not high, long, 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 long. In, last one, nice and long. And in, and ooh, hairball on my toe. Let it go. You might feel a little bit of heat in your glute, right? If you'd like to seal this in, let's take 2 more deep breaths from this curled up position. Again, into your side, into your back, into your dragonfly wing. We inhale, inflate. Exhale, soften. Inhale, inflate. Exhale, soften, and let's gently push ourselves up. Oh, we're gonna flip over the other side. If you'd like to really just flip over, you're welcome to do it. I'm gonna change my setup so I'm not facing away from you for the second half of this video. Whew. There is nothing magical about this positioning other than the fact that it makes it easier for you to do what we're doing. You can still think about this back and this side expansion when you're taking your normal breaths throughout the day. In fact, I hope that you do. This, facilitates a little bit more. So, setting up with some padding under the waist. If this doesn't feel good, you can abandon it, but it's a nice thing to try. Oh, coming down to the ground, curling up like a cat spine. Make yourself a little pill bug, and adding the pillow if you like. You don't need it. Oh. Let's start to breathe, inflating into the side of the body. Exhale, let it go. If you like a little tactile cueing, you could take a hand to your side. Try to push your hand away with the air. Or again, if you just want some more space, slump that shoulder over. I'm sorry, you probably have to listen to the crunching of the beans in my pillow. Let me know, are you enjoying the bean crunching ASMR? Still with me? Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. And on your last one, let it go. We're gonna extend that top leg, and we're gonna start to swing it back and forward. Again, I'm saying swing. This can really just be a little wiggle. If it's a big swing, if that feels good, go for it. But if it doesn't, if you're maybe in your bed and it feels better, just to trace a few inches back and a few inches forward, that's good. This is probably something you haven't done the rest of the day. And often, in terms of feeling good with our bodies, maintaining our ability to move comfortably for as long as possible, just doing the things that you don't normally do is enough, even if they're not externally loaded and progressive and all of that. There are a lot of reasons that our bodies start to become less easy to move as we get older. But a big one, I might even argue the main one, is that we just don't move them. We don't run around and jump around and play the same way we did when we were kids. And to a certain extent, a lot of movement is use it or lose it, which is a bummer, but it also means that even just sitting around, wiggling in a way that you haven't for a week or two, makes a big difference. It really, really is your low effort consistency that makes the biggest lift, yeah? If you'd like to add the twist, let's start by reaching forward as the leg moves back, and back as the leg moves forward. Again, if you don't want to move the leg, you can just move the upper body. If you'd like to see deeper in this twist, reach out and get a big good morning stretch in there, go for it. You do not have to follow my tempo. Nice, my friends. A few more moments here, and then we're going to build up to that side lying crunch again. A little bit of specific core work. A little bit of glute spiciness, something interesting today, something new to play with. Here we go. Let's let go of this. We'll find our comfy resting position again. We'll stretch the top leg out. We'll exhale, drive that knee in, curling around your core. Stretch the top leg out. Exhale, bring it in. If you'd like to add the arm, reaching out. Drag the knee to elbow. Reaching out, remember you can tap down at any point. Let's see, this is probably my glute medius that's mostly working to lift my leg up into the side here to hover. And right now it is on fire. And I don't know why I'm getting so much more sensation on this side than I did on the other side. Maybe I could reason it out. I could sit here and give you reasons all day long. Or I can just be like, okay, maybe I'm gonna have to stop a little earlier on this side. Maybe I should move a little slower. Maybe I should back off. Maybe next time I do something like this, I should start on this side instead. Or maybe things just feel different today. Just noticing that can be enough. Good. I'm here for 3 more. I'm gonna slow down a little bit for my last 2. And my last one. And let it go. Let it rest. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here from this position. Remember, this is something you can return to whenever you like. And on your last exhale, let's gently press back up. Rejoin the real world. Thanks so much for being here today. Now that you're officially done with day 15, we are crossing that halfway point together. So now's a great time to check in, see how you're feeling, see how your body is feeling. Yes, you and your body are 2 different things. If you're open to leaving a comment, letting us all know how you're feeling, we'd love to hear it. Me and also all your friends who are moving along with you. Love you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.